Hey guys, what's up? It's Dan Valum. I'm with BJJ Fanatics and Fanatic Wrestling, and today I'm out at Victorious MMA just north of Michigan, Detroit, Michigan rather. And I'm joined by former Olympian, 2012 wrestling Olympian, Jake Herbert here, and somewhat newly promoted to purple belt and being involved with the jiu-jitsu world, as am I. And so today, it was really interesting for me to go through this instructional video that we just covered, where we're implementing something that's super important and hard to teach in wrestling, which would be the idea of hand fighting. A lot of people know how to do it to an extent, but it's hard to kind of put it into words of what you're doing. And Jake had a really good system where we broke it down into 4 control ties and then 5 theories for hand fighting that we then implemented in different ways throughout the entire instructional video. So while we're waiting for this video to come out, as it's probably coming out very, very soon, I want you guys to kind of get a little bit of a sneak peek of what to expect from Jake's upcoming video. So Jake.
Yeah, if you don't know me, pleasure's all yours, right? I break this down again. All of us wrestlers growing up, we know this hand fighting what it is. And again, I talk about how do I want to dominate, right? When I'm on a jiu-jitsu mat, I want to be comfortable with it. You can put me on a mat with anybody in the world. Clearly, I'm not going to feel comfortable like in a guard passing with like Craig Jones or Chael Sonnen or somebody like that. But I'm going to feel comfortable on my feet hand fighting. And it's because of this system that I have, because of the years of wrestling I have, that I break it down. So to give you a little sneak peek, what you're going to learn in this video are these 5 theories that I talk about of what's going to happen. And this doesn't just apply when you're hand fighting. You'll notice this in other aspects of all your grappling and rolling, right? Wrestling and jiu-jitsu, yes, there's a little bit different, but it's grappling, right? Black belt in wrestling, right? Blue, purple belt in jiu-jitsu finishing, right? But it applies over, right? Of where it is. So the 5 theories I talk about is 1, splitting the man in half, that we go into great detail about it. 2 is we talk about the theory of thumb, right? The chin, the thumb basically being this inside position, which you jiu-jitsu guys are so good at doing from closed guard and down the mat, and how do we apply that to our feet. We talk about one of my favorites for kids and everything is where the head goes, the body follows, right? How do we apply that? Where does that come in? Where does that play? Then we go into the Stephen Hawking's theory, which is one of my favorite ones. When you hate Stephen Hawking, when you love him, which is all revolved about space, right? Offensively, I don't want any space to attack. Defensively, I want as much space to open up to move, to free, to get that out. And then it brings up with number 5, the little theory, and this is one that I just think of Logan Stevert every time of this too. It's just inch by inch tiny, and it's basically what I talk about is it's tiny incremental movements, right, for control. You look at like Logan Stevert, he gets on a single leg, he moved like 1 little tiny inch at a time, never like blew through anything fast. The guy won 4 national titles and a world championship, just making these tiny little movements in the step before, making sure it's controlled the whole way through, where you have no chance but to do it, right? You're just like, it's instant death. So that's when we dive in, that's when I get to go around, and then I give you practical applications. What are the drills that I need to do? Not only do you learn the 4 control ties and the theories behind it, how you get into it, how do you get out of it, but you also are going to learn then how can I as a coach, how can I as a partner take this and put these drills into my routine so that I can go out and dominate the hand fight on the mat. So,
yeah, I mean, guys, he really goes in depth on this, and throughout the instructional video, he's always referring back to these theories and how they kind of intertwine with different control ties, different motion, different attacks, ways of defending and re-attacking. So it's a lot of comprehensive stuff here where you're covering a lot of different areas in wrestling. And again, if you're controlling the type, if you're controlling the motion, you're putting yourself in a really good position to win, or at least perform at a very high level.
Yeah. Or tire that guy out.
Yes, or at least wear somebody out. I mean, yeah, you could be going against somebody who's a better technician than you, but if you can get somebody tired, it's going to open up opportunities. And so I know you kind of cover it in the video, but I mean, what do you say? What's like a good way to, if you're somebody that's new to hand fighting, somebody, whether you're a jiu-jitsu player who has no wrestling background, or you're a wrestler that's just trying to learn how to hand fight better, how are you doing your best to kind of maximize learning the material that's in this video?
So the drills at the end, right, that we talk through, we go through, of course you need to know the technique of how do I collar tie, how do I underhook, how do I 201, how do I front headlock, how do I control that. That's all in the video, but it's the practical drills at the end. So not only am I giving you the formula of what to do, but I'm giving you the application for it. And I'll challenge you to this, I'll say, just take those drills, get 30 minutes of it, right? Each drill is 2 to 3 minutes, right? Get 30 minutes of that specific time in it and just watch your hand fighting, just start to jump levels and increase over that. It's one of my favorite quotes, right? Like, as people, right, this is what I teach. I do the best that I can until I know better, and once I know better, I do better. And it's the same exact thing with hand fighting. Do I know it all? No, but I know maybe like 95, 97% of it. And I keep having those opportunities to learn and get better by going with other skilled people that are here in this room. So that's the big thing, is putting yourself in these drills and in positions that I can go these drills with a very first time wrestler to, you know, an ADCC, you know, world or Olympic champion. And these drills are all going to be applicable that I'm going to be able to pick up and improve myself depending on who I'm going with.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. It's just, I mean, with just about anything, repetition too. And the thing about hand fighting is it does have a lot to do with your opponent too, your partner. I mean, you get people that are going to react differently, and the more you do it, your body, and we touch on it in the video as well, where you've done it so many times that you just react. It's like you don't have to think. It's just, am I going from my underhook to my snap down, or into my 2-on-1, or my collar tie in my underhook, or whatever it is. It's like I don't think about it. It's depending on how my opponent's moving. It's going to open up different opportunities.
And it's awesome because you're already in the, like, you're already going through it. Like, it's just in us. And that's the position you want to be in. Is like, I'm like, oh yeah, you call it that. I'm already going. My mind is already going for that body because it's just so ingrained into who we are. It's a part of our DNA, which we want to get you guys to do too. But you know, the instruction is just one part of it. The knowledge, you know, what is it? It's knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. So you got to take it and put it into work, and we can teach it to you, but it's up to you to go and put that time and energy into it and watch yourself improve.
Absolutely. Awesome stuff, Jake. And yeah, I didn't mention that, I forgot to mention at the beginning, but yeah, Jake and I wrestled around the same time, overlapped a little bit in college. Jake was at Northwestern University and was a 9-time national champion combined with a couple in, yeah, so 2 NCAA titles, 1 Hodge Trophy with, if you guys know wrestling, that's really, really big deal.
Heisman Trophy.
It is the Heisman Trophy of college wrestling. And then he has 7 national championships at different levels of freestyle wrestling. So very, very skilled, knowledgeable wrestler, over 30 years of wrestling experience, and yeah, sharing that here now with the grappling world too, which I think is awesome. So thanks a lot, Jake. And yeah, guys, also again, while you're waiting, make sure you're subscribed to this video where you're getting a ton, or this YouTube channel where you're getting a ton of free content just like this from us all the time. We really appreciate it if you subscribe. Also, make sure you're checking out our stores where you're going to be able to buy his video, buy some other videos while you're waiting, bjjfanatics.com, fanaticwrestling.com. And then lastly, as always, make sure you're following our social media. You're on our Facebook groups or liking the pages, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. So thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.